Hello and welcome to A Cuppa with So Timeless with me, Rowena. Thank you for joining me again today. Today I have got to the end of a very busy few weeks in my family's life, and I've decided to just take a step back and do a few catch-up bits, catch my breath really. I'm in the middle of sewing a dress which I'm doing a video of from beginning to end, and that will be releasing over the next few weeks once I've actually completed the dress in full, but I need to unpick a little bit of it, so I'll do that today with you. And I wanted to do a bit of cutting out, perhaps I've got some sorting to do, and I've got a new parcel, so I'm going to do a bit of unpacking, showing you. I've bought some spotted fabric. The reason I've bought spotted fabric is that spotted fabric was quite a popular type of fabric in the 1940s, 1950s, a little bit before and after as well, but it was one of the designs that was fairly popular in the vintage era, and so I saw some lovely fabrics and decided to get some, and I've got some ideas in my head of dresses and blouses, tops that I want to make with those, and I will do those with you. So let me just grab my unpicking while I'm talking, and I can be getting on with that. So it's a I really love this fabric. It's a beautiful blue check fabric, but unusual print, and I'm very happy with how the dress is coming out so far. I just forgot, as I was getting very enthusiastic about sewing it together, to leave a gap where the zip is going to be going in the side, so I just have a very little bit of unpicking to do on the side here, and I thought I could do that while I chat to you this morning. And it's been beautiful to see the sun out again. It's been a nice end to all the, although I think there is some more rain coming, but it's been a very tough time for my family the last few weeks, with a lot going on in our lives. Some personal stuff which I'm not going to go into here, as is personal. But just to get back to vintage, so I have been I've been very interested in vintage for a very long time, but I only really started sewing vintage, not sure why, over the last few years. My daughter got me into it because she loves vintage things, and I made her some vintage pieces. And then I came up with the idea because I really was enjoying playing around with patterns, turning patterns that I had into more vintage type styles, looking into the history of vintage fashion. I'm not, as I've said before, I'm not a big fashion person, and I don't by any means keep up to date and follow a lot of fashion, but probably that's why I prefer the vintage fashion, because I can look back at it on my own time. There's no rush to keep up with it, as it were. So I really do enjoy that side of it, but there's just there's so many interesting things, and of course our fashions nowadays had to come from somewhere, and there's vintage times that they started from, various vintage times, and a lot of the fashions nowadays, as you look through the different things that come out, you see bits and pieces of previous fashions coming back again, and that's always very interesting to see if you can pick up where it's, oh, that was something in the 1940s that they used to do, and look, it's back again. Or that type of fabric was very common in the 1960s and it seems to be very big again, that kind of thing. I read an article, I think it was in December last year, that said that 1940s was going to be the big thing this year. I haven't really noticed it so much in the news or anything yet with the celebrities or anything like that. They seem to think in that article that it was going to be something the celebrities would be after as well. and be interested in is the whole 1940s designs and fashion statements, etc. But I haven't really noticed it. But it's perhaps still to come. It's still early in the year. There's still time. It might start showing up more. I got very excited because my main area that I'm interested in and enjoy is the 1940s. I love the 1940s styles. I love the fabrics. I love the accessories, like the I shouldn't really call it accessories, more the haberdashery. So things like buttons and zips and finishing things that finish off their garments. And you might have seen my video where I got a new supply of buttons, and there's some really vintage looking ones in there. I always look for the more authentically vintage looking ones. I don't buy original vintage buttons because it's just going to be too expensive to add something like that to a garment, and you can't always get it to match the fabrics, because I use fabrics from nowadays that look vintage as well. My whole concept is bringing you vintage fashion that you can use in today's life, that you can mix and match with today's clothes as well. So you might have a vintage top that you can match up with your jeans or with your slacks from today. I do apologize, my dog's barking at the door. And yeah, so I try, my whole concept is to try and bring you fashion that's usable on a daily basis rather than on special occasions only. So even dresses, I try and choose dress patterns. I haven't done that many dresses yet, but I'm trying to develop dresses and choose dress styles that will be useful and wearable on a daily basis rather than only on a special occasion, only to dress up, only if you're very into vintage. So it's accessible to everybody if you just sort of like a particular style, are interested in a particular type of garment from a vintage era, then certainly approach me and I will look and see what I can do for you. At the moment I'm doing it all, trying to sort of guess what people want, but certainly looking at things that I myself would want to wear as well. I know I don't wear them very much in the videos yet, but that's because I haven't made my own ones very much yet, and I'm in the process of updating my own wardrobe with more vintage style and type pieces. So you'll see me wearing more and more of them as time goes on. You can probably tell I'm not totally all out. There are people who like to completely dress vintage. I don't do that. I'm not into that, but there certainly are certain pieces, certain styles that I'd like to wear, like to add to my wardrobe and match in with stuff I've got already in my wardrobe. So you'll see more and more of that coming out. So yeah, I'll give you a little glimpse of a few bits and pieces that I'm doing today, and then I will have a little quick chat with you at the end of the day, just a quick catch up and round off of the day and let you know how things have gone. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you at the end. Hi, so it's been quite a busy day. The sunshine has lasted, luckily. I have done some photos that I needed to do. I'd lost some when I was moving photos around a few days ago, well, a couple of weeks ago. I seem to have lost a few of my photos. I've managed to redo those, the ones that I needed. I've made a few pins. I have got on top of Pinterest, finally figured it out. I did have some help from a lovely YouTuber who gave some really good tips, but I'm now able to post some really good pins. So please do go check me out and see what I've been up to. And I have also managed to do a little bit of cutting out, not as much as I would like to have, but as you know, time just disappears. So I have done what I did set out to do on the whole today. Oh, and I did do a bit of sorting out and tidying up as well. Not a huge amount, but enough. So I will see you soon, hopefully with another sewing video, perhaps with another unpacking video. I hope you enjoyed my mini unpacking video of the spotty fabric that I've added into this video today, and that I haven't bored you too much with my goings on through the day. Have a lovely evening, and I'll see you soon.